Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be when the narcissist sees you doing better than they are. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So one thing the narcissist can't handle, they can't stand, it is losing. They are always in competition with everybody. From their kids to their stepkids to their romantic relationships to their parents, their siblings, and everybody in between. And post-relationship, when you've healed or you are healing, rest assured the narcissist will be spying on you, whether you know it or not. This video is not meant to trigger you or upset you. It's just letting you know the facts. The narcissist is everywhere. And the person you're considering, even though perhaps by now you have healed and you have gone no contact and you have done everything you possibly could to close every avenue of communication down with them, they are still watching one way or the other. Now, it may not be directly and it may not be today. Maybe they take a peek at your social media in a month. Maybe it's in a couple weeks. Maybe it's in a year. Maybe after they discard the new supply, they will go look and make the old rounds again and see who will take a bite of their forbidden fruit. Maybe the person you're considering right now is watching your social media as you are consuming this video. Again, not trying to upset you. I'm just letting you know that the narcissist is always testing the temperature of former relationships, of current relationships, and of potential relationships. And not every narcissistic relationship is romantic. I discussed that the other day. Most of them aren't. But what the narcissist wants to do is they want to capture somebody and they want to live in their mind rent-free for as long as they can. And they want to have the ability to control that person, to get that person to do whatever they want, whenever they want, and however they want to. The narcissist is a thief, and they slither into people's lives under the radar, under the guise of caring, under the guise of having the ability to love, or being empathetic, or being vulnerable, or being naive, or just needing a little helping hand. Once the narcissist gets close to whomever it is they're targeting, they will strike. Now, when I say strike, it doesn't happen in a split second. It slowly chips away at you. It slowly erodes you and your identity. You slowly become a shell of yourself. You become an extension of that person. You lose your sense of self. You start thinking about them more and more. They are controlling you mentally, whether they are with you in the same room, sitting next to you, or 5,000 miles away from you by their smartphone. This is what the narcissist needs. They need people to do things for them. And they need to control people. Again, the person you are considering, maybe you're in that relationship for a few weeks, months, years, decades, I can't tell you, but one thing I do know for sure is you're out. When you're out, you need to stay out. You cannot and you should not tempt fate. You should maintain your boundaries, go no contact, block that person, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. And even then, the narcissist may attempt to rear their ugly head. And what that means is they could still be watching you up close or from afar. Many people who are out of the narcissistic relationship still have to live in the same neighborhood or the same town or city or the same state or the same province. And I understand what that's like. It's a very challenging experience. There are other people who over time, as they're rebuilding or as they have the means to remove themselves from these vicinities, they relocate. And I'm one of those people. I could not get away as far or as fast as I wanted to. But again, each and every one of us has our own journey. We are all headed in the same direction, simply taking different footsteps on the healing path. But the narcissists, I can assure you, they are watching you right now. Now, again, I've said that 3 or 4 times. Understand something. When I'm saying the narcissist, it doesn't have to be your ex. It doesn't have to be the person you're considering. The narcissist will come at you in all different shapes and sizes and ethnicities, all heights and all weights, and they will speak different languages and they will appear in different means and methods. Sometimes the narcissist appears at you as a vulnerable person. Sometimes they appear as a cerebral person, which means very intelligent. Sometimes they are communal and they recite scripture and biblical phrases, etc. Sometimes they play the woe is me card. Sometimes they play the authority card. Sometimes they future fake and say, of course, you just give me $10,000 or $20,000 and I'll make sure that you get exactly what you want with the construction site, or I'll invest it for you, no problem, I'll take care of it. And as soon as you give them the money or the ink is dry on the check, they're gone, nowhere to be found. Why? Because the narcissist is a taker. What they want to do is they want to take, and take, And when they're done, what do they want to do? That's right, they want to take more. They want to take as much as they possibly can, which is why they have an insatiable quest or quench for supply. Now, supply could be money. It could be time. It could be relationships. It could be somebody's health. It could be a phone call that you do not accept or a text that you do not respond to. It can be anything under the sun that lets the narcissist know that a person, which in this case was past tense you, was still open to communicate with them. Once that relationship that you were a part of ended, no matter how it ended, with a discard or whether you ended it yourself, it had to end when it was supposed to end, because each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. And you may say, no, I could have hung in there longer. I could have definitely been in there another 2 weeks, a couple months, maybe years. I could have easily done it. Well, maybe you could have, but why would you want to once you know what you know? That's the illusion. That's the house of cards. That's the foundation built on quicksand. Nothing's sustainable with the narcissist, and they know it. They will go any which way the wind blows, off to any source of supply, to whomever provides the most utility for them, or to whomever gives them a roof, or pays for their car, or raises their kids, or pays for their cell phone bill, etc. Also, the narcissist, it's not always with money, but what does the narcissist love more than money? They love your money. Yes, I know you knew that answer by now, but it's not always money. Many times it's access or arm candy, or how you make them look out in the general public, or the connections they have with you. Example, let's say that the narcissist has deep pockets. They have a lot of money, and what they want to do is they want to be looked at when they enter the room, at the announcement, or at the company meeting, or at the barbecue, or at the holiday. Maybe you were the arm candy. You didn't realize it back then. Maybe even right now you're scratching your head saying, what's arm candy? Well, arm candy is somebody who's making the narcissist look like a certain person. You're making them look better. You could have been all the aforementioned things that I just shared, not the narcissist, but the good things. Now, having said that, when the narcissist realizes you're doing better than them, they're not going to like that. This is when you were in the relationship, which you should know by now, they were always in competition with you. And it's specifically post-relationship, once you've healed. You see, the narcissist is destined and doomed to continually repeat the cycle of abuse, which is the love bomb / euphoric stage, the devaluation stage, the ending of the relationship, and at times a hoover. Never, and I mean never, accept a hoover, become unhooverable. So whereas the narcissist is continuing to spin around on that hamster wheel of toxicity and trap and capture as many people in that hamster wheel with them, what you were doing post-relationship is you were healing, you were elevating, you were ascending, you were changing, you were growing, you were evolving, and you were focusing all of that energy that used to go out into the ethos, into the narcissist, and patching up the fires or the holes that the narcissist was digging or lighting at any one time. All that energy that you used to be putting into them, and now went into you. And as that energy went and or is going into you, you're getting stronger. The stronger you get, the weaker the narcissist gets. The weaker they get, the clearer your mind gets. The clearer your mind gets, the more you realize that you're stronger than you know, and that the narcissist did a very good job, a masterful job, if you will, of manipulating you and trapping you and tricking you and keeping you stuck and stunted in that narcissistic relationship. You didn't know this because you weren't taught this in school, and you didn't know that other people who had 2 legs and walked like you did could actually abuse somebody willingly, knowingly, and intentionally. Now you're realizing that there are a lot of people out there that are toxic. Now, is everybody the narcissist? No, absolutely not. But is everybody a true empath? Absolutely not. They're not. In between, you have different types and shades of people, meaning some people have more narcissism, other people have less empathy, or vice versa. But at the polar ends of humanity, you have one side, which is the toxic side, the narcissist, or maybe even worse, and then you have the true, genuine empath on the other side. That's what I call a beautiful, bright, shining light. That is you. Having said all these things, the narcissist saw you and they targeted you, and they wanted to capture you and your beautiful, bright, shining light and your energy and everything about you, and use you as a fuel source to catapult them from one leg of their life to the next leg. When they did that, they took whatever they could, and once they believed or deemed that they had a better fuel source, whether it was recycled or not, lined up to take your place, then they discarded you. That's probably what happened. And then as they discarded you, they were probably smirking at you, mimicking you, mocking you, taunting you, and saying, yeah, good luck with that. all the other people I was in a relationship with before you, they never made it out. Many of them still talk to me. Many of them still are trying to communicate with me. And many of them, their lives are so broken and decimated that I'm really proud of myself because I destroyed so many lives. That's going to happen to you. That's what the narcissist was thinking. But what they didn't deduce or figure out, because they always overplay their hand, is you're cut from a different cloth. You are stronger than you know. That's why you made it this far in the video, and that's why you're getting your cup full, and that's why you found the needle in a haystack and deduced what narcissism was and or is. So again, as you were healing, the narcissist was simply stuck in that loop, doing whatever they were doing, not only with the new supply, but with other sources of supply, because the new supply may not even have held a candle to you, and they probably didn't. But enough about the new supply. When you finally put yourself back together, you dusted yourself off by the bootstraps, you rose through the ashes like a phoenix and healed properly, that's when things began to take off for you. And I hear this every single day during one-on-one sessions that I've been providing for almost 4.5 years with people who once were where I was, or some of them still are, and they need to believe in themselves just like I had to believe in myself. And that's what I do. I give people belief, I give people hope, I give people a real life person, which is me, throughout my videos, to let you know if I did it, you can do it. You need to believe in yourself the way I believe in you. But having said those things, many people I've worked with over the years, their lives have truly ascended and elevated and changed in a fantastic way. There are so many positive stories of growth and of abundance, of fulfillment and promise, and of shedding the toxic periods of the past, focusing on themselves and elevating and moving towards the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference. And many of these people have arrived there. Many of these people understand what it took to get out of that dungeon of horrors, to get out of that narcissistic mindset, and to get out of that mental prison. But what they had to do, just like I had to do, and you will have to do if you haven't done it yet, is break the 4 ties: the emotional tie, the financial tie, the physical tie, and yes, the spiritual tie. And as you cut those ties, you get stronger, and the narcissist gets weaker, as I shared with you earlier. So eventually what you will do, because I've done it and so many other people I've helped to do it have done it, is you will look in the mirror one day and say, oh my goodness, what a journey it's been. Not only just my whole life, but specifically the narcissistic relationship. It almost took me down for the count, but it didn't. And there were dark days. Maybe even you experienced, as I did, the dark night of the soul. Maybe you had a very challenging period of time where you didn't want to exist, my January 6th, 2021. But I made it. I made it through all of that and so much more that I've barely scraped the surface of in the videos I create. And every day I get stronger. Every day I get clearer. Every day my cup is full because I have the ability to pay it forward and help people out that don't even know that they need help. Or perhaps help people out that are not quite certain what the path is. The path is get away from these people as far as you can, as fast as you can. Go no contact and block them. Delete them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. That's where we start. Now, if you can't do that right now, I get it. Get ready to have a small footprint. Utilize gray rock if you must, and then get ready to create, develop, and execute an exit plan. I know I'm talking about a lot of different things here, but I'm sure you're following it. Having said that, when your life begins to really take off post-narcissistic relationship, this is when you can take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book, sleep until 12, or stay up till 2 a.m. You can do whatever you want to because you don't have that 800-pound ball and chain around your neck, which is the narcissist in the narcissistic relationship, verbally abusing you, financially abusing you, emotionally abusing you, counter-parenting instead of co-parenting, slamming doors, sleep depriving you, using the smear campaign, giving you flat tires, taking all of your money, hiding your things, walking 30 feet in front of you, triangulating you at restaurants, throwing rage fits on you at a moving car on a freeway, and so much more. All that goes away. And as it goes away, as I shared twice in the video, I'll say it again, you begin to get really clear in your mind. And as you get clear, you realize how grateful and fortunate you are not to have been through that. Nobody wanted to go through it, but that you're out. And so eventually things will click with you. They will switch and they will change. And you will realize that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be, whether you believe that or not. In the past, it's true. That was one of the most challenging parts for me, to realize that post-relationship, post-discard, I didn't want to be where I was. I was pining for the narcissist. I was still in the trauma bond. I was missing what I never had. Well, eventually, after quite a long time, I put 2 and 2 together, practiced radical acceptance, and realized, no, I was where I was supposed to be, and I had healing to do. And eventually I did it. And that's why I'm here, getting your cup full and paying it forward. But as your life begins to excel, the narcissist life won't. And they will look back in time and they will say to themselves, how did that person break the trauma bond? How did they get out of the narcissistic fog? How did they put themselves back together? How did they look so young and vibrant and beautiful? How are they having a crystal clear mind? How did they fall in love again? How did they relocate? How are they changing their words? How are they changing the way they're using their words? How come so much beauty is within them that I try to extinguish? I did my best. I tried my best to take them out, but I failed. They will say things like that. Now, are they going to actually say those things out loud? No, but will they be comparing the current source or sources of supply with your relationship when you were with them? Absolutely, because they compare all sources of supply. But they will look at you and say, yes, you're the one that got away. Yes, you're the one that they put the most work in to destroy your life, but they failed. And yes, you're the one who was way stronger than they ever thought possible. And again, yes, the narcissist overplayed their hand like they always do. The narcissist is cocky, they're arrogant, they're entitled, and they believe that they are smarter than everybody and that they will always get a W, a win in the column. That's not reality. Reality is these people need people to abuse. Without other people to manipulate, the narcissist is nothing but a hollow vessel, an empty shell, and a bottomless pit, and they know it. That's why once you get the message, you need to get off the radar of these people and heal properly. And again, I'll share this before I close the video. The narcissist you're considering, yeah, they could be spying on you, they could be watching what you're doing, directly or indirectly, through flying monkeys or through people you haven't even met or known. Any of that's possible. I'm not referring specifically to the person you're considering. I am saying to you, with 8.2 or 8.3 billion people on the planet, the narcissist will continue to shapeshift, and they will try to approach you or encounter you or steal your energy when you least expect it. That's why you need to continue to keep your cup full, and you need to continue to maintain your boundaries, not tempt fate, and continue to have a small footprint. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition, pay attention to red flags, take the lifelong learning lessons from the past, apply them to present day. Do not, and I repeat, not predict the future, and live in the present moment. That's where the abundance takes place. And that's where very few people can ever understand. The real key to living, it's living in the present moment. It sincerely is. You may say, well, why would you say that now? I'll tell you why. Because this is where we are in this exact moment. No one's guaranteed to be here tomorrow. The planet's not guaranteed to be here. Nobody is. That's why you need to stay in the present moment. You need to heal properly, and really put your energy back into yourself. Get your cup full and realize the narcissist will always be comparing themselves with you. It's what they did when they were in the relationship with you. It's what they did after they discarded you, and it's what they're doing right now. And the narcissist will never, and I mean never, be able to escape that mental prison that is in their mind of all the toxicity of the ghosts, of all the haunts, of all the lives they've ruined. The narcissist knows what they're doing, and they knew that they had the best thing they ever had in you, but you got away. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I will say this. I'm going to close the video. The narcissist is always watching. The one you're considering, not necessarily. But there are narcissists everywhere. There are toxic people everywhere. People are always watching what you're doing, how you're looking, how you're using your words, if you're looking great or if you're maybe not in a good mood or a great mood, etc. Don't think that the narcissist is going to be able to have the ability to disrupt your energy going forward once you've healed, because they won't be able to. But until you've healed, yes, there's work to be done. You're going to have to focus on yourself, and you're going to have to understand that that relationship changed you forever, but it did not take you down for the count, and that's why you're here. And that's why the narcissist will always say to themselves in their tiny little brain, that one's the one that got away. I can't believe it. I must be losing my skills. And guess what? Yes, narcissist, you are losing your skills. Because why? Say it with me. Because you've become, or are becoming, the aging narcissist. And the aging narcissist is, that's right, not a pretty sight to see. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.